So down on this path, I'm seeing people that are just like coming out of nowhere, and like walking dogs, and like, you know, just walking on their bikes, just people just going by, just like appear out of nowhere and then like disappear back into the dirt like they're not there. And you're seeing that too?
Yeah.
Like way down there, like every now and then.
Not every now and then, it's all over the place.
I can only see it from like down there, like
Fucking everywhere, man. It looks like a bunch of fucking ants like moving around down there. All those bushes look, they're all moving. But for like not close.
I'm talking about for like the
like the far away though.
like people like looking like they're actually there, like
Oh, like actually.
I don't see any of that shit going on down here. But like way down there, like every now and then I'll see like someone like walking their dog like with a leash, and then like that shit just like turns back into the dirt.
You just have extraordinarily better vision than me. All somebody really looks like from this distance, even with my glasses, I can't really make out whether they're a man or a woman or anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just have extraordinarily good vision.
Yeah, even with my glasses, I would be able to tell you that.
Oh.
I have my glasses on, or at least one prescription of them.
So for you, you're seeing the same bullshit, but it's closer up. People coming.
It's not even that way.
Oh.
Everything. Imagine if you were to like take your vision and then just make it. Have you ever been like watching a video online and it takes time to buffer?
Right there, that pole right there looks like there's 4 small golden retrievers like standing behind that pole, like all like perfectly still, and then they like turn back into boulders. You see that?
Yeah.
Imagine having a dream that there's a time machine in. So you have a dream that there's a time machine in the dream, and in the dream you travel back in time to another dream that you actually had 10 years ago in the past. In the dream you're traveling back in time legitimately to another dream 10 years ago in the dream, and then you wake up in real life 10 years in the past because you went back in time in the dream.
That's kind of funny.
You gotta wonder if such a thing is actually possible.
Fuck, dude.
Dude, just imagine if such a thing is possible.
Yeah, I wonder.
If dreams aren't really just some made-up bullshit, or if this is,
I think we're probably.
you'll actually be able to do time traveling. Because you know how in dreams that kind of shit is possible.
Well, yeah, anything's possible in dreams.
Yeah. So, if we can have dreams where anything is possible, and that is the ability to time travel, so I can time travel legitimately into another, like back in time in my dream, in the make-believe world, is it possible for that to like carry on into this world? Because I legitimately did it in the other make-believe world.
I don't know.
The most horrifying, the time that I was the most horrified ever watching a movie was Tremors, the first one, when I was a kid. The scene when they get sucked under out in the desert because he doesn't have her keys.
Yeah.
And I was just wondering if anyone like has seen like they've been more. What was their most horrifying? What would you say yours was? Mine's Tremors. When I was actually horrified, like I was actually scared by that movie. Like truly and deeply, that movie. I stopped walking home on dirt paths because of it. I had to like walk on concrete. I was like 6 years old when I saw that movie.
Yeah, man.
That movie scared the shit out of me. Tremors, the first one, it really did.
Like an entire year.
Yeah, that's I would have to say that that's the most horrifying film I ever saw. But it was a comedy.
I think probably like Jason or is it...
Dude, Tremors is actually one of the coolest movies I've ever seen because it's like really funny. It's like the only movie I've ever seen.
They make it seem like it's real.
Yeah.
Because of the comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even realize when I was a kid that Tremors is actually a comedy.
Yeah.
That's fucking weird, dude. I was horrified by it. And then I watch it 10 years later and I'm just like...
The comedy.
Yeah.
Remember that old man?
Tremors is... It's a weird movie, dude.
Yeah, that movie horrified the shit out of me, too. The one that really got to me was,
Jason? Is that what you were saying?
No, not Jason. No, I can't remember.
You know what else?
No,
The
no,
second...
Jason's
Actually,
doing
something I
it
did
all.
see that was equally horrifying to that was,
No, dude, Jason... I'm not
The
a fan
Raft.
At all.
Creepshow 2, The Raft. That shit...
Oh, yeah.
That
dude,
shit horrified me, dude.
That shit, I was absolutely... I couldn't sleep for like 3 days over that.
Yeah.
I still remember that to this day, like being that is the most horrified I've ever been in my entire life was that fucking episode. I didn't sleep.
I was pretty horrified by that, dude. Creepshow 2, The
It got
Raft.
to me in a really disturbingly deep way that shit got to me.
Yeah.
They did that like they couldn't have done that any better.
That shit is so hilarious when he's like swimming for his life.
Yeah.
Things like coming after him. It's horrifying as a kid, but like you watch it later on and it's actually a comedy.
Yeah. That's my whole life.
Did you ever see...
That's like what my entire
What's the
life
name of that
is.
movie where he just keeps running her over and he just keeps coming back, The Hitchhiker?
Well, dude, yeah, but that's my entire life, though, is that, like, I was horrified growing up, and when I look back, it's all comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A hitchhiker, but he just, like, keeps driving over.
She shoots him like 6 times in the face. He just like keeps
running down. Dude, they really took that shit as far as they possibly could.
Yeah.
Was it the hitchhiker?
Yeah.
This fucking hitchhiker.
She like makes sure to run him over twice. Like she gets him out. She shoots him 6 times in the face. Kicks him out of the car.
Yeah.
And then he's on the streets and she like runs the car over him twice.
I know. She runs the car over him twice. Fucker just won't stop. Yeah, it's funny how they just kept coming with him. Like, even after he got shot in the face.
Just remember Tremors, that one, they had me with that one.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just like a comedy. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a brilliant movie, dude, because it's actually really scary.
Yeah, but like when you're older, you can't really tell until you're older.
Yeah.
It's like my whole life. I always like taking all this shit seriously that like I really wish I never would have.
Yeah, it's like being in the...
free not to give a shit anymore.
Well, in your normal... while you're completely sober, you can only see inside of this, like, small, like, sphere of reality.
Yeah.
Right now, you can see, like, into those other spheres. Like, you can see into the sphere where you're sober.
Yeah.
You can see into the, like... You can see into the spheres where you're, like, if you've been drinking... You can see into the spheres, like, that are, like, beneath this one.
I know, I can see... I actually think I can visualize exactly what you're talking about with this. I'm visualizing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that when you smoke DMT, you're like, this shit that there's just all this shit going on right now, like, that we can't see, that we just have a slight amount of access to it more than we do when we're sober, but there's probably, like, an infinite number of things going on, like, in other dimensions, like, right here.
Yeah, dude, I can only imagine. I can't believe I haven't done DMT yet.
Yeah. Well,
That's something we're gonna have to try to remedy.
yeah, I could make it happen. It's just doing it. If the shit didn't smell so fucking bad, dude. And you gotta be somewhere where you can just like
sit and smoke it like it's a
act,
speaker pipe.
possibly act completely nuts.
Yeah. If somebody found you, they would totally think you're
Yeah.
mad or something.
Yeah, dude, you got
a complete whack job. Yeah.
smoking DMT is no joke, dude.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a cool idea on paper, but you got to be somewhere when you do it. We'd have to bring it with us and do it here.
You really trust doing that? I don't. I'm on probation.
We'd have to like go somewhere where like we know no one's gonna
If we
find
got
us.
stopped and we had that shit on us, my life would be over. It's not worth it.
It's definitely worth like.
I'm sure, dude. It's not worth.
Well, pretty much.
30 years in prison. I think I'm alright without that.
Yeah, there's. All I'm saying is that there's these spheres of reality that we can just access like a few spheres out
Yeah.
from what we're used to. But DMT would be much further back from this. I think shrooms is actually farther back. I think psilocybin actually.
Psilocybin is some of the shit, dude.
I think psilocybin actually.
My most insane trips have been on mushroom trips.
Yeah, in some weird ways, psilocybin is more revealing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Like you find out who and what somebody is when you trip on them.
Yeah.
Like, and I didn't not like Magdalene anymore, dude.
LSD is like, you know, it's easy and
psilocybin, people become like who they really are.
yeah.
Yeah, dude, there's a bunch of weirdos that I was hanging out with that I didn't want anything to do with anymore after that.
You didn't really learn who they were until you did psilocybin
like
with them.
8 of us that went and tripped in the middle of the Nordstrom field, and I was like, oh man, I was like, what have I done?
It looks like a paraplegic with a pillowcase wrapped around his legs, having to drag his legs underneath.
You gotta be kidding me, you can actually see with those beady little eyes.
I know. Look at the way it walks. That has to like pull its knees to its asshole every time it takes a step.
Who are you? Too bad it's not bigger.
Yeah, I know. Actually, a lot of big caterpillars you don't want to touch. They're poisonous.
Yeah, I
Did
know.
you know that?
Yeah. Not this one, though.
No. But like the big ones with spines all over them and shit. They kill people if you touch them. Fuck, Dude, I think I'm gonna have to fucking find somewhere to use the bathroom up here. It's really annoying. I think I might actually have to take a shit on the side of this hill.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah. See this fucking thing?
Mine.
Mine.
All the cameras. And all your armor-plated rovery. Oh, shit. Maybe I should...
No. Did you find it?
Yes.
Fuck.
God damn it, dude.
No. I'm never gonna find it now. God damn it.
Well,
I love armor-plated rovery. Armor-plated rovery.
let's find another one. Armor-plated little rover, don't be scared. So you do continue your administration's roving.
This thing looks really dark. The screen does. I wonder if it's actually recording dark like that.
No, I just have the. Oh, fuck. I just have the screen on dark. What a faulty design this thing.
Sucks to be you.
Who came up with this shitty design? Apparently this design really works because no matter where you are in the world, you're never far from an armor-plated rover. Continue your roving administrations.
Battery's dying.
This thing's gotta know that I'm just playing with it by now. It just can't get up. What a shitty design. How can such a shitty design be so successful?
I don't know.
These things are everywhere. For like millions of years, these things have been around. They can't even get up. They roll over onto their back and they can't get up, and these fucking things have made it like millions of years. How does a shitty design like this do any good?
I don't know.
They must have ulterior motives. They must have like they're really not even like what they appear to be. They're like government spy or like alien spies to gather information to like a head armor-plated rover somewhere. They all telepathically like send armor-plated rover signals to the. I wonder if these things can telepathically communicate all over the planet with those antennas.
He like connects with all the other armor-plated rovers, and they see that he's in distress, and they're like, "Sorry, it sucks to be you."
Alright, one more time. Not being able to get up. For some reason. This fucking thing. I bet you it understands that I'm laughing at it for being such a shitty design.
Yeah.
Alright. These clouds are kicking so much ass right now. It looks. If only there was a. Look right there. At the edges?
Yeah, it looks like they're on like a glass or something. Like it almost looks like a liquid on like a.
Yeah. There's just like really no words to describe this.
I used to be really into clouds. When I was a kid. I used to know like all their names.
Oh my god. The clouds are like covered in this like pattern of like, looks like they've all been dipped in the same pattern that the shit in the sky has. But that's really just like the eyes, I see that with my eyes open or closed. So it's the cybersonic dimension just being there, whether but if I was tripping hard enough, I wouldn't be able to see any of this. All I'd be able to see is the cybersonic dimension. Because that's the real world, like, driving this one. This is like all a make-believe world, like wrapped around the cybersonic dimension.
I wish I could explain what I'm seeing right now. I really do. There's just no way that I could even begin to explain this in a way that you would actually be able to picture.
It's got to be the more real world if when your eyes are open or closed.
It's still there.
Yeah.
It just goes from like...
This world can just go away when you close your eyes. But the cybersonic dimension is there whether they're open or closed. So that's got to mean that this whole the eyes open shit is just like draped over it, like it's not even real.
Do you know what?
You're not supposed to ever see the code in like when you close your eyes. When you're sober, you never would see the code in the game.
Yeah, exactly what it is.
Yeah, but like when you don't put in a game all the way. An NES game.
What did Albert Hoffman have to say about LSD?
You can still see the code while you're in the game of the game. This is like being able to see the code. Holy fuck, dude. Look at the cloud right there.
I mean, dude, my wife, dude, she gave me something infinitely more than you or any man ever could.
Look at that right there. Like the cloud is like...
yeah.
Like... coming into being right there. Oh my god. You gotta wonder how many other like really, really unlikely possibilities, like the minuscule amount of chance that we're here to exist in, there's like other minuscule amounts of chances in other dimensions that are existing that seem really, really unlikely. But there's probably an infinite number of things that just seem really unlikely to even be in the first place, but are.
Well, yeah, but I mean, yeah, if the moon was even off by like 50 miles, we wouldn't have the perfect lunar eclipses. And if the sun was any farther away, like more than like, I forget exactly what it is, like a couple, like 100 miles or so, we wouldn't have perfect solar eclipses.
There'd be solar eclipses, but they wouldn't be fucking perfect.
Yeah, this is a little too perfect, God, or whoever the fuck programmed this.
Yeah.
It's like this one's a little too perfect.
They used to sacrifice people like on an altar when it happened. If the dream world isn't really just some made up horse shit, or if this is, then yeah, it would be possible. I think our chances of surviving an alien attack would be about like the ants' chances that they're having molten aluminum poured down their dens in the name of science, just to... What do you call that guy? What's the name of the guy that does that?
Oh shit, I don't remember his name. I just know that he does it. He like melts.
Those ants could have never in their worst nightmares imagine
Holy shit, dude.
such a thing as molten aluminum just coming in and killing all of them immediately. But if we were to have a real alien invasion, it'd be about something like that.
Dude, touch this. If I was a billionaire, I would make my own, like, Hollywood-style, sick, sadistic movies. And I would fund them myself.
Well, me too. That's
movies, yeah, we can make movies any way that we want.
That's why I rewrite all the.
But can you imagine making a movie with like the money? You know, like
that's why I have all these videos of like
Furious or something. But like
me rewriting the ends to movies.
But yeah, wouldn't that be cool to see somebody actually had?
And that short story that I wrote you that one time about the pet store.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
It's funny if people actually did that. People with real money.
I would love to.
Like
I would love to see that pet store short story that I wrote into a movie.
Like a little 10-minute clip.
Yeah, but only few people would find it funny. Houston read that. He was like, "I was hoping for a happier ending, but I should have known. I should have known you writing it that I wouldn't get it."
Fuck, fucking
That's what Houston said.
I should have to keep moving out of the way the sun, dude.
Let's see if I can still do it.
Oh, shit with your veins?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's fucking weird, dude. Oh, that's fucking weird.
Ugh.
Oh, that's creepy as
I
fuck.
can do it on this hand, too. Yeah, watch this vein right here. This one.
Oh, dude, that's fucking...
Wait, keep watching.
Dude, that gives me the fucking creeps like I can't even explain.
Wait, watch that again. This vein.
It's kind of hard to see if I'm even looking at it in this light.
Oh, it just kind of crossed over that time. Like, immediately. Yeah, here we go.
God, it's hard not to think about the fact that I'm not going to be able to do anything
Watch this.
when we get back. Fuck.
Ugh. Sometimes I can get this, like, weird hump in my vein, like, as it's going down the bone, or the tendon. That one guy's, like, trying to talk him out of
his dick, and he fucks that chick in the beginning, and they're all laughing, because, like, he sticks his dick inside of her with the chili, and it makes his dick all on fire, and I'm like, well, fuck, dude, what about her? She had her whole fucking pussy filled. At least he could wash his dick off. Her whole pussy's filled with that stuff, and she can't get it out.
My most memorable scene from that movie is when they're all standing on the edge of that waterfall, and that he's like, all right, we're going to jump, we're going to go after him, and then one guy starts trying to talk him out of it, and he's like, the other guy starts trying to, like, talk him out of, like, some other way, and he just stabs him in the chest, like, out of nowhere, and throws him in there, and he's like, to the other two, it's like, all right, we're doing this, and then it shows him jump, and one of the other two guys cracks his head open immediately.
Yeah, I think that's probably the best scene in the movie.
He stabbed someone, like, in the chest for, like, trying to talk him out of something that he just, like, got his guys killed to do. They just didn't have they couldn't courage to stand up to him to not do it, so they just
They just go along with it.
Yeah. Even though that was really fucked up of him to stab him in the chest and throw him down there just for, like, coming up with something that was different.
Yeah.
He was clearly out of his mind.
Somebody tries to stand up to him and he doesn't.
Yeah. He kills them and then just makes sure everyone that's still alive, like, does what they do from now on.
Yeah. Somebody walks up, you didn't say anything, you just, like, stick a knife up underneath their chin. Like,
we're gonna do what I say now.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what he was doing in Apocalypto.
I can just imagine somebody like this, like the camera angle's like this, so you can see like the side of their face. So like it's like this camera angle, like the way you're looking at me now, and like somebody's telling him something, you just see like the knife like go up underneath the guy's chin and drops, and then the camera angle changes like. So we're gonna do this my way now. and like right when he says that, like right after he says that, you see the
so
body.
So we're gonna do this my way now.
See the body like hit the ground. But the best part would be is if there was like no emotion or movement at
Wait,
all
did you-
while he kills the
Did
other
you
guy.
see that in something, or did you just come up with it?
Yeah, I was okay with it, but he's like,
We're gonna do this my way.
no, I'm just kidding with it.
Oh my god, I would love to see that.
But the best part would be is if like the guy that killed the guy like didn't even move, like if it, like no, if there was no facial expressions at all as he killed the man and then pulled like the knife out.
I've noticed that like one of the cool reasons of like having that. Do you remember like those old school fucking screensavers that used to like move like this, like when you would play music on like when they first came out, like on TVs, like on the computer, and like you could take any image that you wanted and they'd throw it into a music screensaver and it would start moving it around. That's totally what it looks like when we're listening to music in your house. Looks like one of those actual computer screensavers, and like it's like moving around like this, like with the music. It's fucking crazy, huh?
I can't even. I'd have to see what you're talking about. Like,
Yeah.
I don't have that like other memory.
When we're tripping, I can see that fucking blacklight poster moving with the music, like depending on what music it is. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah. Oh man.
Like
Only in the
music-
blacklight I see some crazy.
Like it makes it move, like that only that song can make it move. You know
What
I
song
mean?
is it?
I can't remember. It's just all music we listen to when I'm staring at that blacklight photo. Each song is different.
It was Liminal Division that we started getting sucked dry. That you started seeing that shit. I don't think it's an accident. We were listening to Liminal Division.
Yeah.
You start seeing that. That shit is fucking weird, dude.
He probably thinks you're a weirdo for liking it so much.
Yeah, probably. Well, no, actually not, because he changed he had some other video in there for surgery he had, and he changed it, like, after...
Yeah, I'm so glad I don't fucking live like that, where, like, what a terrible way to live. Like, to, like, know how to, like, run your life based off of, like, people online. Fuck
Yeah.
that.
It could have just been a coincidence. Maybe I pointed out something that he didn't really see, but...
Still, though, that's why I don't like social media, dude, because then
Maybe he didn't realize how good a song he actually had with Liminal Division.
well, that's true.
Benji Vaughn, Everything in Color, he commented and said it was really interesting.
Yeah, but they're insulted because you send them back to them, like, better.
It's like their music was better.
Yeah, it's like,
You gotta wonder if they do think it's better, because I think it really is.
and it probably
And you
makes
do
them
too?
hate you even more. Yeah, dude, your way is better.
They probably are insulted by it.
Wow, he's like, wow, the balls on this guy. It takes my whole life's work and sends it back to me saying it's not enough, and he's done it better.
I don't know. I could see it the other way. Like, he loves my work so much that
I can
He's
see
willing
it,
to-
I can see it both ways.